Welcome in a universe community. My name is Sanchita Pandey and our topic for today is the Lord provides. Now, do you really feel that you must make all the preparations for tomorrow? You never know what will happen tomorrow. So you must be well prepared with everything, with the finances, with the career, with everything you can do. And then that makes you worry a lot. You do not know what will happen tomorrow, what will be the market like, whether there'll be jobs or not tomorrow. So there is so much to worry about, isn't it? And the other way of thinking is, imagine, be free of any worries. Whenever you have worries, it is better to pray. So what is a better way of leading your life? Do you worry or do you just pray? Do you make your preparations for tomorrow, or do you be in the moment and do your best and leave the rest? Let us know through this story what we are supposed to do actually and what is the right way to live our life. There was a king and he used to go around his palace every day disguised, just to see if everything was going on well in his palace or not. So one day he was passing by a really filthy place, narrow lane, but he could hear somebody sing there. La 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 la. Nice voice was coming out of that house. So he knocked on that house. Who is there? That was the house of a poor cobbler. The cobbler opened the door and said, "Hello, who are you? I don't recognize you." "Well, I am a stranger," the king said. He was in disguise, so the cobbler did not recognize the king. And he said, "I've just come to see how, I was just passing by. So I heard your voice. I just want to know how you are living and everything you do. Can I come in?" The cobbler said, "Yes, of course, please come in." And there was not a single place where he could make that king sit. And so he asked him to sit on a box which he used to take every day. "You can sit on this box," said the cobbler. And the king was actually surprised. This man looks so happy. He has nothing in his house, nothing at all. So he asked the cobbler, "Why do you and how do you look so happy? You were singing, I heard your song from outside." "Well, I really believe that God provides. And so I do my daily business. I work as a cobbler. I sit on the pavement and I get my daily wages, whatever it is, a few customers, and then I'm having this cheese and bread." And the king in his mind was thinking, "Oh really? Tomorrow you will know who provides, the king or the Lord." And so he made a new rule the next day that every person who has to practice this business of a cobbler must get a license, and for the license they had to pay a hefty amount which the cobbler did not have. He had no savings whatsoever. And so when the next day the cobbler went, as usual, he was not allowed to sit on the pavement. So he came back home. Now in the evening the king passed by that lane again. Again he was surprised. The cobbler was singing, "La la 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 la." How come he's singing? I don't think he earned anything today. So he knocked the door. "Hey, I am the same stranger. How was your day today? And I heard some kind of license is needed for your profession." "Oh yes, actually so I did not do my cobbler's business today. I just joined a few men who were going towards the forest, and there I collected some wood, went with them to the market, sold the wood, and I am eating cheese and bread again. I'll see you tomorrow," said the king. Now the next day the king again made a new rule. Nobody should collect any wood from the forest. Now the cobbler, how would he earn? So he went to the forest. He was restricted from entering the forest or from collecting any wood there. So he was passing by and there he met somebody who offered him a soldier's job. He readily accepted because that was a daily wage job. They would be paid daily. And so the cobbler said, okay, for a few days I'll work as a soldier, I'll earn some money and then I'll save something for that license so that I again work as a cobbler on the pavement. I'll have a license. Now this evening again the king visited the cobbler's house. He found him singing again. Now how did he earn today? Hello, I am the same stranger. What happened today? And the cobbler related his story for the day. And he said, actually I got the soldier's job. God provides. Okay, you will know tomorrow who provides, the king or God, your Lord. So now the king went as a king, and in the morning he decided to meet all the new recruits who were newly recruited as soldiers. And he said, I want to see how nicely you can fight with your sword. I just want to see. Now the previous day, when the cobbler did not have any money, he had sold his sword. Only the handle, the hilt was there with him, and he thought nobody would know. And once he had enough money, he would buy that sword back. And then again he would go back working as a cobbler. So he would return that sword again. But now there was no sword with him. How would he fight? And so he took out the sword and said, magic! Look, this man is a magician. The other person with whom he was to fight, he said, this person is a magician. I know he's a magician. He told me that. Look, my sword is not there in the scabbard. And that is how he saved himself that day. So the king thought, every time this person escapes any kind of difficulty, that means this person has a solution for everything. This person knows how to keep equanimity of mind, to find solution in difficulty, to find the opportunity in the difficulty. He never feels burdened by any kind of difficulty. So the next evening, the king went again to the cobbler's house, but not in disguise. He went there as the king. And now the cobbler was surprised to see him. Hey, I recognize you. You are the king? He said, yes, I am the king. And I have come here to appoint you as my minister. What? From a cobbler to a minister of the palace? Are you kidding me? No. You have this positive mindset. You can just solve any situation, any difficulty in any situation. You have this sense of problem solving. You don't actually focus on difficulties. Your focus is always on how to solve a problem. And I am impressed by you. I want to appoint you as my minister. And so from a cobbler, this person went on to become a minister. And he readily accepted also. He said, I know God provides. So I'll not say no. I readily accept this appointment, this position in your palace. So that is how his life changed, just because of how he was utilizing his mind power during difficult situations. Now ask yourself, do you get bogged down by difficulties? Do you feel worried when difficult situations arise in your life? Do you feel like there is no solution? What will I do? Whom shall I go and ask for help? Or do you become more prayerful? Do you sit and meditate and connect with your intuition to find the answers? Do you sit in faith and you still believe only the good can happen to me? And even this difficulty has some opportunity for me. Who knows? What we are calling as a problem is a way of the Lord. He must be saving me from some kind of situation which I do not realize. So you have a positive mindset. You always think in positive terms. Oh, this difficulty, God must be saving me from some kind of other problem which I am not able to know. However, He is always helpful. The Lord provides. He will always provide for me. Is that your way of thinking? So let me know in the comment section below. Do you get worried or do you become more prayerful? Have you got faith in the Lord, or does any kind of difficulty make you fearful? Let me know in the comment section below. This is all in this video. I was so impressed by this story. I loved the story, and so I thought of relating it to you. Thank you so much, Inner Universe community. It is so beautiful to connect with all of you. My love and blessings are always with you. My message for you is I love you, and I wish lot of abundance, peace, love and lot of blessings in your life. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. Thank you. Namaste.